everyone. I hope all of you are going to have a good day ahead. Welcome again to another segment of Twilight Podcast. I am Miss Ezlynn, the host of this podcast. On this beautiful day, we have invited two guests to our podcast. The first one is Miss Nani, an English lecturer from Malacca Matriculation College who has won the Best Teacher Award 2021. The next one is Miss Jane, a student from SMK Sungai Petani who was awarded the Best Student Award. Today, we are going to discuss a topic entitled Tips and Tricks to Encourage Young Learners Speaking in English. Firstly, let's invite Miss Nani to give her opinion on how to encourage young learners speaking in English.
Thank you, Miss Ezlynn. Hi, everyone. I am grateful that I have this opportunity to deliver my opinion in Twilight Podcast. In my opinion, I think the first tip to encourage young learners speaking in English is to create opportunities for them. From the perspective of a teacher, I suggest that we can set aside specific lessons or organize English cultural activities for students. These are great ways to help English come into our life by incorporating the English language with English-speaking culture. Besides that, we can also let the students watch a movie or TV show in English and then discuss it. This method is interesting and the students will not feel bored. Another way is we can hold a mock presidential debate during the election period. This will provide a platform and let the students speak English confidently. Moving on to my next point, we can also encourage young learners speaking in English by setting goals. Where there is an aim, we will try our best to reach it. Hence, the student will speak when it is important to them. We should let the student think about why they want to speak English. After they realize the importance of speaking English, they will absolutely speak more frequently. In my point of view, I suggest encouraging the students to write down their aim of studying at the beginning of the year. For example, if they want to get a job that requires high English proficiency, they will need to speak it fluently. When students are self-motivated by a personal goal, this will act as an encouragement to participate in the activities that will help them to reach their goal. Lastly, we must not interrupt when students are speaking English. Constantly interrupting the students when they are speaking will make them lose their confidence. Imagine, if you are trying to speak English and train yourself, but your teacher keeps correcting your pronunciation, spelling, grammar, and so on. This will make you more frustrated. We should let the students speak freely without distraction, and if they make any mistake, just jot down and let them know later.
Thank you very much for your point of view on this topic, Miss Nani. I really do agree that we should have various opportunities to encourage them to speak in English. Now, I would like to ask our Best Student Award winner, Miss Jane, to share her experience as well as her tips and tricks on how she would encourage young learners to speak in English.
Thank you very much, Miss Ezlynn. Hello, everyone. My name is Jane, and I am the Best Student Award winner from SMK Sungai Petani. I am very glad for the invitation to this podcast. First of all, I would like to say that I agree with what Miss Nani had said about her opinion. I believe that creating opportunities and setting goals for young learners would help them a lot. As for me, my very first tip to young learners is that they can start to practice their English with their fellow friends. Create a group with some of your friends and start an English conversation that goes for a few minutes, like 10 or 15 minutes. Everyone should speak for at least 3 minutes on the topic. Feel free to choose any topic that you guys would like to talk about, such as hobbies, favorite movie, or favorite celebrity. I started speaking English this way, and I acknowledge that we as students will feel less awkward to speak English within our friends group. This is a friendly beginner way to start speaking English. My next tip is that young learners should get more involved in digital educational platforms such as learning language app and educational videos. Students might be afraid to start speaking English because they tend to pronounce many words incorrectly, and I will say it is the same for me. I still had a lot of words that I needed to learn the pronunciation, but of course, young learners can start to search up the pronunciation and how to use words online. I love watching English with Lucy on YouTube as I got to know a lot of words and their pronunciation in the video. Young learners should consider watching this kind of educational video to improve on their speaking skills. Last but not least, to keep on practicing. This tip is surely very cliche, but I believe that is the most prominent way to enhance young learners' speaking skills and to encourage them to speak English more often. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Jane, for the very engaging information. This podcast is sponsored by Grammarly. Grammarly scans for your text grammatical mistakes such as misused commas or complex ones such as misplaced modifiers. With Grammarly, you can now write with confidence. Available on both App Store and Play Store, as well as your beloved Windows and Mac. Download now. Now that both of our excellent speakers have spoken, it is time to hear their last thoughts. Let's start with you, Miss Nani.
In conclusion, I am happy that nowadays many people are starting to realize the importance of speaking English. I hope that everyone can gain benefits from my speech just now. Lastly, I would also like to thank the host, Miss Ezlynn, for giving me the opportunity to deliver my thoughts in this podcast. See ya!
To conclude all that we had discussed today, I am very glad to say that there are many various creative ways to encourage young learners to start speaking English. All of this depend on the learner's initiative and creativity to know what would be the best way for them to start speaking English. I truly believe nowadays young learners should have their own way of learning to help them keep improving on what they are doing. I would also like to thank Miss Ezlynn for hosting the podcast, and also thanks to Miss Nani for her very good sharing on our topic today.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the end of another episode of Twilight Podcast. Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Music and Spotify at Twilight Podcast, because next week we are going to discuss the importance of mastering the English language. Thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Ezlynn, signing off.